Your reality is filled with choices which are made by you and some that are made for you. Today we're going to explore the two sides of your reality. The path that's leading you one direction and the path that's leading you to another direction. And how you can use this understanding in order to bring forth your desired reality. Now, the first side of this reality is usually chosen for you. It is controlled by the mistakes that you were not able to learn and is influenced by the people who surround you. Imagine this. A person that is maybe living in this type of reality may be thinking, if I don't work tonight, then I won't have enough money for food. Another example is, if I don't go out tonight, then I won't be able to hang out with my friends this weekend. You can see that this person's reality and thoughts is governed and driven by fear and the sense of obligation that if they don't do XYZ, then something bad is going to happen. Living in a world of fear. Now, let's envision the other side, the other reality. This reality is controlled by the lessons that you chose to learn and the lessons that you chose to apply into that specific reality. This reality is led and moved by your heart, your mind, and driven by love. In this reality, most of your decisions are guided by your heart and your mind and led by love. Some of the thoughts that you may think are, I'm excited to work today. I love my work. Going out tonight sounds fun, but I do love staying at home. Maybe I'll invite some friends over. Do you see the difference between these two different people? They are both partaking in the same activities. However, their thoughts are different and their thoughts are going to lead them into two different directions. First direction is going to a reality of fear, and the second direction is going to a reality of love. Now imagine going to work and working with the sense of fear that you may not have enough food to eat tonight. It may be a bit difficult while you're working. You may enter an atmosphere of frustration. The people that you work with may not understand that, and you may become irritated by the smallest of things due to the stress that you're having of not having enough money to have food. The other person is excited to go to work because they love the work that they do. They are moving with love with what they love to do. They go to work, and with that sense of love, they may not be easily irritated by some of the things that most people may find irritating. One person is stressed while partaking a particular activity, and the other is calm and filled with love. One reality is programmed by fear, and the other is programmed by love. The key difference lies in how you program your mindset. Does the current mindset that you have go in tandem with the reality that you desire to live in? Now we understand that there are two sides of your reality. In order to create your specific desired reality, you need to have direction and clarity. You must understand where you're going, think about where it is that you want to go, and what the place that you want to go to looks like. Who you are there. What are your values? What do you do? What are your hobbies? You must have a clear, vivid understanding of what your desired reality would look like. What are you moving towards? And what are you moving away from? Once you know what you're moving away from and what you're moving towards, in the present moment with mindfulness, you will understand what your specific actions are taking you to. Are they taking you to the reality that you fear, or are they taking you to the reality that you love? So your first step in order to take control of your own specific reality is to write down the reality that you want to take control of, the reality that you want to live in. What values do you have? What desires do you have? What kind of house do you live in? What activities do you partake? And most importantly, what do you feel most of the time? Do you feel fear or do you feel love? Do you feel happy or do you feel sad? They say money can't buy you happiness, but do you know what buys you happiness? Yourself. Only you can buy what makes you happy from yourself. In this moment in time right now, where you are in this moment, you can choose to be happy or you can choose to be sad. You can choose to partake in an activity that makes you sad or in an activity that makes you happy. Now, you might be saying to me, but I cannot afford to go to the activities that make me happy. You may not be able to afford to do those activities. However, you can afford to choose sad about that fact or choose to feel happy about that fact and make a change, make a difference within yourself. This must be written down. You need to write every single detail of your specific desired reality. When you write down your specific reality, you are thinking out loud, and at the same time you are reading what you are thinking, and at the same time you are listening to what you are thinking. When you put out what you're thinking from your mind, from your subconscious, from what you desire and feel onto paper, then it has a much more deeper emotional effect. The whole point is to create an emotional state that is linked with your desired reality. Not a state of fear, not a state of lack, a state of abundance, a state where you feel that your desired reality is coming to you. That's why the first step to bringing your desired reality is writing it down. When you write that down, that's the first way that you've brought something from your mind into this specific reality. You've begun the first step of manifestation. You've manifested a thought. You've manifested threads of thought into something tangible, which at the moment would be a piece of paper with your desired reality. Once you've written it down, you know how it makes you feel. You know what you enjoy about that reality. You need to do the opposite and write down what would happen if you did not live that specific desired reality. Where would you be? How would you feel? What would you be doing? What would you value? Would you become homeless? Would you become greedy? Write down the complete opposite of your desired reality. Write down what would happen in your life if you did not do what you needed to do in order to live into your desired reality. The whole game of manifestation is the game of the mind. We need to work with our brains and work with our minds in order to get them to do the things that we want them to do so that we can bring in the reality that we want to bring in. Once you have written this, your mind becomes aware of the two sides or the two different paths of realities that are in your future. So in this moment in time, you are aware that you have a desired reality, and you are aware that you have a non-desired reality, a reality where maybe you stay exactly where you are and you continue to be at that place, or maybe it gets even worse. And you also have a reality where everything becomes perfect. It gets better and it continues to get better and better and better, and you continue to improve. You do all the things that you love to do. You follow your hobbies, you follow your passion, everything that you are desiring. When you are aware of these two, in every single action that you take, in every single moment that you live by, you need to keep your mind mindful and sane to the direction that you want to flow with whatever specific activity or action that you are doing. If you are in the gym and you desire to be strong and powerful and you have 5 reps to go, this is the moment where you are able to control your mind and tell your mind, if you don't do the rest of the 5, then you are probably going to the direction that we don't want to go to. And once you are aware of what that direction is, if it's not just a black space, right? And if this side is not just a white space, once you're aware what's in the dark of that direction that you're afraid of, then your mind and body will move away from that action or that reality, and it'll do the 5 reps that it needs to do in order to go to the desired reality that you are aware of. It's not just a white space, and it's not just a dark space. It's a dark space filled with many things that you fear, which you've written down, and it's a white space filled with many things that you desire and love that you have written down. You have a sense of direction and a sense of clarity. Now, every action and every activity that you take, you will be aware of where it is taking you. Is scrolling through the internet or scrolling through Instagram taking you to this direction or taking you to that direction? You must be aware of this. Remember, there's one direction and there's another direction. Write down the direction that you want to go through. Write down the direction that you don't want to go through, and live your life choosing, making the choices that you need to make in order to live by your desired reality. My one-on-one calls are still open to those that feel that they need a little bit of extra help in order to understand their desired reality, in order to understand what they need to do. If you're feeling like you are stuck in a specific place, then book a one-on-one call and we'll speak for 30 to 45 minutes and get your mindset ready for taking action and living in your desired reality. Like this video, put a comment in the comment section below. Tell me what you've learned. Tell me how this video made you feel and what the next steps for you would be. Share this with your friends and family because this is information that changes their lives. And remember, never be afraid to be too manly. Peace.